well, New Year's Eve. I wanted to make this video as a Kelly True Thoughts update, sort of, but more so a recap of my year. 2016 was the year that I made necessary changes that I needed to make in order to actually be happy. I know this probably sounds like deja vu to a lot of you, because I've made videos in the past saying the same thing, saying, oh, I'm so glad I've changed, I'm so glad I've done this and this and this. Really, I was rewarding myself for any tiny step I took in a positive direction. But 2016 was really the year that I cut the crap. I understood what I needed to do in order to live the life that I want to live. 2015 was a really hard year for me. That was the year where I feel I kind of was at rock bottom, and then I had to slowly crawl myself out of a pit, like rock by rock, just like slipping and then crawling higher and then slipping and then crawling higher. And it was rough. It sucked. And there were lots of times where my happiness during that year was happiness that I was trying to convince myself of just because I wanted to be happy, but I wasn't really making the changes I needed to make to ever feel that real happiness. I was kind of blind to the way that I had been living my life for the past few years. I used a lot of bad habits to hide my fear and my feelings, and I didn't really realize that I was being self-destructive until I woke up every day and I felt like complete crap. Like, I remember I looked in the mirror and I really didn't recognize myself anymore, and I felt like each day was just something I wanted to get through. I felt like my life was passing me by and I didn't know who I was anymore, and I didn't know if I could get that person back. I didn't know who that person was, and I was living in a false world of happiness. And I felt like I was accomplishing things, but I wasn't, because I wasn't happy and I wasn't really thinking with a clear mind. It's not easy to wake up every day and be like, yeah, let me tackle the day, oh my god, I feel great today. I'm still not a morning person. I'm still trying to force myself to be. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but 2016 has made me feel enlightened, completely enlightened, because I made a few decisions to make drastic, whoa, my voice just squeaked weirdly. I made a few decisions to make drastic life changes that I needed to make, lifestyle changes. It was really hard because it took a lot of willpower, it took a lot of changing my routine, it took a lot of changing the way I looked at things, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys it was easy. I just cut out the bad stuff from my life and the negativity, and I found new ways to find happiness. I really want to make a topic video to go into more detail about how I did this, because I think that for anyone who feels depressed or stuck and feels like they lost themselves, it really does take willpower and a decision to make a big change. It does. That's step one. And it's going to be a hard step, but once you take that step, you just keep walking, and eventually, I don't know, you look behind you and you feel like you've come such a long way, and you feel like you've just found yourself again. I guess what really prompted the dark place that I was in was that I somehow fell into a pattern of using really self-destructive habits to try to justify the fact that I wasn't dealing with certain emotions that I had to deal with. I've talked about this in other videos, but I didn't really go into detail. Basically, I struggled with a lot of self-confidence issues, insecurity issues. I didn't believe in myself very much. I had a lot of goals and dreams, but I don't want to say I was too lazy to get there, but I didn't believe I could actually achieve them, and I kind of was just afraid to really put myself out there because I didn't know what people would think or how they would react, and that's kind of why I started doing this channel. I actually made videos on this channel when I was in a really bad place, and I was talking about positive thinking and waking up every day and feeling all excited and great about myself, but I wasn't. They weren't genuine. And, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up, because we all somehow find ourselves stuck in a rut. For me, though, it got so intense that it was a pattern that I was unable to get out of, and it took me basically having to have a sit-down and intervention with myself. Seriously, no one was involved in this. I gave myself an intervention, and I just decided to change and reevaluate things, and I was tired of feeling like this misty kind of ghost version of myself. Like, I was still me, but I was too clouded to really fully be me. I was so used to being in this destructive cycle that I lost sight of that, and after a while it just starts to feel numb, and it kind of just feels like you're not in a destructive cycle at all. It just feels like that's life, and that's how your life is going, and I wasn't the me that I wanted to be. I wasn't living the life that I envisioned for myself, not at all. And I knew that in order to get that life, I had to take those steps. I've accomplished almost all of my goals in 2016. I graduated college, number one, which is huge. I started seriously pursuing my passion for acting, not just talking about it. I'm starting to write music again, and I conquered my demons. I put my bad habits to rest. I learned how to live a life with a healthier, more stable routine. I still have fun, but I'm more mature about it. Structure isn't a bad thing, and sometimes thinking through problems and trying to reason out what's really going on underneath is really important, and skimming over it by just pretending nothing's the matter it doesn't accomplish anything. I feel like it's taken me a long time to realize this, but 2016 was the year that I did, and I'm really thankful. I feel like I almost feel as fresh as I did when I was like in high school. Like, it's insane. But that's what happens when you really evaluate yourself and you realize, am I the person I want to be? Am I happy every day? And if I'm not, then let me make the choices and the changes to be that person, because we all have those options and that freedom. I'm sorry if I blinded any of you permanently with these earrings. I just felt like they were appropriate, even though I'm really not doing anything fancy tonight. Because I'm happy, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful, and I know 2016 was a bad year overall, but for me, I've really changed, and I feel like I have a second chance. For real, not pretending, like for real. And I'm really excited for 2017 to just get out there and make an impact on the world, because that's my plan. So, Happy New Year, guys. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I guess this video was a little venti. Sorry, I guess, if it was. If anyone took anything away from anything I said, great. I hope you guys all had a great year too, and I feel good about 2017, and I hope you guys do too. Remember, it's never too late to look inside yourself and make a change. It really isn't. And it's really, really worth it. Happy New Year, guys.